All right. Well, look, right now we're putting ourselves in tough spots. That team just came and pushed us around. They were bigger, they were stronger. They pushed us off our spots. Give them credit, but we're making it tough. If right now, if we don't play as well as we can, we're not even giving ourselves a chance to win because of our of defensive um, lack of defensive presence. It's 30-point quarter, 30-point quarter, and so even when we start the game moving the ball and making shots, at some point, it's natural to cool off a little bit, and we have to understand, as a group, we got to be able to guard people. We got guard people and rebound when we get stops. And right now that's that's something we got to figure out. We will figure it out. But yeah, it was evident tonight. I mean, they got where they wanted. When we came and doubled, they kicked to their shooters. When we didn't double, they scored one-on-one. And the occasional time we made them miss, it felt like they were going in and getting offensive rebounds. So really, not a good night for us. And we got to find a way to fix this, especially more so than anything on the defensive end, and just really playing better on that end.
Hey, Luke, you've seen some pretty bad quarters of basketball so far this season. How alarming just was that third quarter coming out of that half? And you talked about the physicality. That's not really something that can be fixed overnight? Is there any answer to combating when teams are being able to push you around like that? Is there anything that a team can try to do otherwise?
Yeah, well, I told the guys afterwards, look, that our effort so far this year has been pretty darn good consistently. The effort has been there. And there's a lot of really good teams we played against, and there's a lot of really good, players we've gone against. But the effort has to be there for us. We're not a team that's built to not play with maximum effort. And when we don't, which I don't think we came out in the third quarter with, that's what should happen to us. I mean, that's, it's a privilege to be a part of this league. And if you don't give the proper respect and effort to the game, then, you should take a licking like that. So, again, give the Clippers credit. But we have to understand that that's no way for us to accept coming out and playing from an effort standpoint in that second half.
Yeah, Luke, the third quarter, I mean, they just came out and looked like your team had no energy at all. What did you say to your group after this game? And what happened at halftime? Is there anything that happened? Because it really looked like they just came out really, really flat.
Yeah, no, I mean, James, it's what we talked about. It's the proper respect, to the game in the way that it needs to be played. Is what we talked about afterwards. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing. Look, we play every night. There's no secret, speeches to give at halftime. We're professionals. We get paid to come out and play at a high level. And we came out and they continued to be aggressive. They continued to push us off our spots. They continued to pretty much take the ball where they wanted to offensively. And we didn't. We for whatever reason we didn't come out ready to compete at that level.
Jason Jones. Hey Luke, just after a game like this, what did you see from your team in terms of just their reaction? Was it anger? Did you see a level of frustration that you would expect, or do you want to see more fire just from your guys after giving up so many points, so many games in a row?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me what I see outwardly. What we need to feel is the fire from within. Because you throw tables around and toss chairs, none of that means anything. The fire from within is where you build that desire to come out and give everything you have to stop people. Where that desire from within is where you we as a group, push ourselves out of where we're at defensively and actually, become a defensive team that cares about getting stops and values and looks forward to that part of the game. So, that's where I hope that the anger and frustration is, Jason.
Yeah, Coach Walton. The Kings, they didn't play bad the other night against Portland. They just didn't get the stuff, coming down the stretch. And you just talked about, the effort. And with effort comes consistency. What can be done to get some consistency about this team? Because they seem to keep falling back into those old habits. If it's not in the fourth quarter, something's going wrong in the third quarter. What can you do to fix that consistency problem?
Well, I'll go back again. I'd tell you that the effort, the consistency of the effort, I feel like has been pretty good this year. So every game that is, there's going to be mistakes from both teams, and it's trying to limit those. And as of right now, we're, because of our lack of ability to stop anyone, our mistakes that we make just look that much worse, because it's like we're competing, we're playing neck and neck, and then we either miss a couple or we turn some over or whatever happens, and now it's an 8-10 point lead, or a 6-point lead turns into a 16-point lead because we're just we're not able to get stops. So that's the biggest thing we have to improve on and fix and work on, which again is challenging because there's never any practice time, but it is what it is, and we got to find a way anyways. And that's the reality of what the NBA is for this season, and we know that. So we're gonna keep harping on it, and at some point we're gonna either fix it or we're gonna keep taking the occasional beat down like this.
Last one, Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke. Fox and Buddy are kind of two cornerstone guys here over the last 3 years, fixtures on this team. How the word consistency just came up. How much more, consistency would you like to see? Do you need to see from them? And what do they need to do to maybe take the reins of this team a little bit here right now?
Well, I think that as two of our guys that have been here the longest, that that obviously we feel very high about the type of players they are with the contracts. We need the leadership, the voice, the finding a way to bring it every night. Right, like it is hard to play in this league. You play a lot of games, but with that comes a lot of responsibility, and we're fine with those guys being two of. We're excited about those guys being two of our main guys, but we as a group have to find a way to bring that type of energy, not that energy from tonight, but to bring that winning energy every single time we play and step on the court.